take the oath of office for a second term.
CPS is asking students to get tested at home for COVID before they return to class today.
And as the Bears finish out a disappointing season, the city is throwing a Hail Mary in the effort to keep the team in the city. It's a good one, though.
I have some thoughts.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on this Monday morning.
Live from Chicago's #1 news, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts streaming now.
Top of the hour, Monday, back at it. I'm Terrell Brown.
And I'm Val Warner. Good to be with you. We are going to take a look outside, and I will say, and I think you said it earlier, T, it is chilly out there.
Yeah, it is.
Even though we can look forward to some sunshine later on today. Got to bundle up still, Trace.
Yeah, you do. We have some wind chills in the area and the teens this morning. Also, watching out for a little pocket of fog. And I mean, it is fairly small. We don't have widespread fog issues, but you look out toward us. We go Naperville, Aurora, Sugar Grove, Montgomery, up toward Batavia, Geneva areas. And that's where we're seeing this kind of foggy spot. Well, right now we look at the numbers, 17 degrees in DeKalb. You have 25 Valparaiso, 23 Kankakee, and 23 right now in Waukegan. Then you throw in a little bit of a breeze out there, and you have some wind chills back in the teens this morning. Feels like it's 15 in Zion, 18 degrees right now out at Midway. All in all, a pretty quiet day for us here today, and we're looking at highs in the 40s for the next couple of days. Roz, what are you looking at?
Little of this, little of that. We start with the big picture, 30 to 35-minute travel times, but we do have more volume than usual as we have more folks heading back to school today. Couple of crashes. This one is new. It's on the northbound Tri-State to the westbound 290 ramp, so that whole area is starting to show congestion. We're still dealing with a crash southbound on 55 at Cass. And this crash in Wilmington, it's a pretty bad one. It's on Lorenzo Road near Cottage Grove Road, but it involves two cars and a semi. So they could be dealing with this for a while. You can see the delays all the way back to 55 for the westbound traffic. Val and Terrell.
All right, Roz, thank you. Well, CPS students return to class today, and this, of course, after their winter break, but the district wants them to get tested for COVID before coming back.
Yeah, Jessica D'Onofrio was live at CPS headquarters in the Loop with more on that this morning, Jess.
Well, Val and Terrell, CPS is welcoming back students today, as you mentioned, and the district is urging students to take rapid COVID tests before returning to the classroom. This is not a requirement, but CPS says Chicago Public Libraries have a limited supply if people need to get a test. District officials are also encouraging students to wear masks to prevent the spread of upper respiratory infections. COVID-19 transmission has been raised to a medium risk level in Cook County, as well as many of its surrounding counties, according to the CDC. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot recently mentioning that the city could issue a mask advisory if Cook County reaches a high transmission level. Some local hospitals are preparing for a possible surge. City officials continue to encourage people to get the bivalent booster, and some local doctors are saying it's time to make home testing a regular routine again. All of this becoming more urgent as students return from winter break. This after gathering with family. Val and Terrell, back to you.
Jessica D'Onofrio this morning. Jess, thank you. This was breaking overnight. Authorities in the northern suburbs are telling us that two people were taken to the hospital. A car veered off of a road and plunged 40 to 50 feet into a ravine. Happened in the 2300 block of St. John's in Highland Park. We're working to find out if anybody was hurt here.
Now to Governor J.B. Pritzker's inauguration. Today, he's set to take the oath of office for a second time.
Yeah, and just hours after the Senate had failed to pass a ban on assault-style weapons. Christian Picos is here with more on all this morning, Christian.
Hey, Terrell and Val, good morning. Governor J.B. Pritzker and other top state officials are set to be sworn into office just hours from now in Springfield. Pritzker is gearing up for his second term in office. You're taking a look at Pritzker's first swearing-in ceremony 4 years ago. The ceremonies begin with an interfaith church service at 9 a.m., followed by an inauguration celebration later this evening at the state fairgrounds. But today's political party comes on the heels of the state's potentially historic assault weapons ban, now facing trouble in the Senate. Senate President Don Harmon introduced an amendment which removes language that requires current assault weapons owners in the state to report the weapon's serial number to state police. The Senate is expected to further modify its version of the bill over the next day or two before heading to the floor for a vote. The Senate president says he does not believe his amendment is weakening the bill.
I don't believe we're going to water it down. This is a critical issue that the governor and the House and the Senate Democrats all agree on. We just want to make sure the bill we put on the governor's desk is the best bill possible.
Now, Pritzker responded to the amendments and says the current version of an assault weapons ban falls short of what he believes the state deserves. Also being sworn in today, Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton and new Secretary of State Alexia Janulius, replacing Jesse White, who is retiring after 24 years of service to the state. Terrell?
Christian Picos. Christian, thank you so much. And ABC 7 political reporter Craig Wall is in Springfield for today's inauguration. He's covering what's going on with the assault weapons ban. You can check out his report starting at 11 o'clock this morning.
Illinois lawmakers voted to give themselves a pay raise of nearly 16% during the lame duck session, which ends tomorrow. That works out to an increase of more than $11,600 in base pay, to a new annual income figure of $85,000. That's a much bigger pay hike than 2.4% cost of living adjustment made in 2019.
Today, the U.S. House of Representatives is expected to vote on its rules package for the session, which outlines how the chamber will run. That vote was delayed, of course. It happened because it took days to elect a speaker. Republican Congressman Kevin McCarthy finally secured that spot late Friday night. A summary of the rules was released on Friday. It includes a key concession. One member of the House can force a vote of no confidence to potentially unseat the speaker.
Illinois House Republican Jim Durkin will resign this week. In a letter to the clerk of the House, he said his resignation is effective 11:59 p.m. on January 10th. Durkin wrote that after 22 years in the General Assembly, 9 as minority leader, it was time to pass those responsibilities to the next generation.
The city of Chicago says it's working to find proper housing for migrants. Several migrants were dropped off over the weekend at the District 1 police station on the south side. A plan to house some migrants at the former Wadsworth Elementary School is now under fire. Some local leaders once again spoke out against the proposal yesterday, urging the city to help people already living in the Woodlawn community.
Oh, don't get this twisted. This is not a us against them. This is sanctuary for all. We can all be taken care of.
Colorado's governor says he will stop busing migrants to Chicago after a conversation with Mayor Lori Lightfoot. She and New York Mayor Eric Adams had sent him an open letter saying neither city had room to accommodate more migrants. Want to get to the nation's southwest border now. Yesterday, President Biden made his first trip there since taking office.
And his visit to El Paso, Texas came as Republicans try to blame him for the record numbers of migrants crossing into the country. ABC's Justin Finch is in Washington with more on the president's visit. Justin.
Val, good morning. We saw the president make an unscheduled stop at the border wall Sunday, where he spoke with Border Patrol agents about the challenges they're now facing amid those record migrant crossings. And he's also pledging more resources to help. On a Texas tarmac, Governor Greg Abbott greeting President Biden with a letter outlining his plan to address the crisis at the border.
I urge him in the letter to see the real chaos.
Biden's first trip to the U.S.-Mexico border as commander-in-chief comes as El Paso grapples with this latest migrant surge, where he met with border guards and promised more resources. Averaging 2,500 daily apprehensions last month, the administration sending new funding and manpower, helping to cut that number to about 700 per day. The president joining top Homeland Security officials to tour a migrant processing center and speaking with field agents and local leaders. The DHS secretary calling out Congress for not fixing the country's broken immigration system.
We want individuals who qualify for relief under our laws to come to the United States in a safe and orderly way.
The administration's new immigration policies include sending 30,000 migrants back to Mexico every month, while launching an extended parole program allowing 30,000 migrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela the chance to request asylum monthly, provided they clear strict requirements, such as having a sponsor in the U.S. and passing background checks.
Tenemos la fe de que nos van a ayudar.
This man from Venezuela telling ABC he has faith the U.S. will help him. And this morning, the president is in Mexico City, where he will meet with that country's president to discuss topics including strengthening U.S.-Mexico supply chains and, of course, the migrant crisis. Val Terrell, back to you.
Justin Finch in Washington this morning. Justin, thank you. The NFL's Buffalo Bills and fans showed love for safety Damar Hamlin at yesterday's game against the New England Patriots. Hamlin is recovering. He went into cardiac arrest during a game last week. Doctors are calling his recovery remarkable. It says he could be released in the coming days. Hamlin tweeted this picture yesterday from his hospital bed with the caption, "Game time."
Wow.
Isn't it amazing?
It really is. 1 week today. The league-wide tributes to Hamlin continued here in Chicago as well. The Bears faced the Minnesota Vikings at Soldier Field. The Vikings used the game as a tune-up for the playoffs by beating the Bears 29-13. But the Bears did get a big win by landing the #1 pick in the draft for the first time since 1947. And as we just heard Ryan say, that is a big win because then we can use that to hopefully trade to get more picks. So we can actually
so that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, we'll get rid of that.
We don't need we don't need another quarterback.
We don't.
So what do we do?
So now we start building around
there
them.
you go.
Yeah, which makes the most sense. All right. Well, this morning we are seeing the plan by the city of Chicago to keep the Bears from building a new stadium in Arlington Heights. The city releasing a video on what a domed Soldier Field would look like.
The crown jewel of the reimagined stadium by Landmark Development is a glass dome for year-round use. That's what I'm talking about. It includes more stadium seating, more skyboxes, new clubs, new lounges across the street, an entertainment district, concert space, a new transit hub called One Central Station.
Something dramatically different has to happen. The Bears have to do something. The building is just deficient really by all the measurables that we use in sports today.
I mean, the Bears released a statement saying the only potential project the Chicago Bears are exploring for a new stadium development is Arlington Park.
We've debated this before, right? And I think we're on the same. I couldn't remember because I was thinking about this over there. I still feel like the Bears are going to stay at Soldier Field, and this is all a ploy to get what they want out of the city, to keep saying, oh no, we're going to go to Arlington Heights. We're going to go to Arlington Heights. Because why wouldn't you want to stay here if this is what you can get?
Come on now. Come on, tell me that does not look good. I'm all for that plan.
Right.
I like that.
And I don't know who wouldn't like it.
Right.
And it's right on our lakefront. It's right. I mean,
just look
no
at
offense.
this.
We love Arlington Heights. It's a Chicagoland area, but nobody wants to drive to Arlington Heights for a football game or a concert when you can come right here to do it.
Except for people in Arlington Heights who are
I don't even know that
they want them. Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Look at that.
Yeah, we'll see where this whole thing
I mean, how do you not entertain it?
I think you're exactly right, though.
How do you not entertain that?
On, and we'll see if they get what they want, but they are really making a good case for it now. And how else would you get the city to move if you didn't go through all this? Look at you! All right.
I'm learning from you.
12 past the hour. Live and local news just getting started this morning, streaming out loud. On the way, a longtime Chicago pastor gives his final sermon, stepping down from the church that he created.
Yeah, but first, Tracy's got your AccuWeather forecast. She's tracking your next chance of rain and snow. That's coming up in 90 seconds.
Hi everyone, you may be looking to make a new investment in 2023, but watch out. The IRS Criminal Investigation Office says each year thousands fall victim to boiler room schemes. These schemes use high-pressure sales techniques to convince victims to invest in fictitious investments that appear to be real. So don't complete online requests for personal information from websites asking if you are interested in investing. Fraudsters use that information to target you. Don't think that a website means an investment is legit. Fraudsters clone real investment company websites or make them up altogether with a fake company name. Double check employment information. Just because a cold caller uses the names of legitimate brokers listed on a company's website doesn't mean they are really affiliated with those brokers. More tips and information on reporting this type of fraud here on ABC7Chicago.com. Jason.
Okay, Jason Knowles, thank you very much. Well, good morning. This morning, here's what you can expect weather-wise. Little touch of fog, but it is fairly patchy this morning, and we are going to get to see some sun today. Now, tomorrow, overall quiet day. I think the clouds will be a little more numerous tomorrow. Overall, the weekend looks pretty quiet. Checking visibility with this fog, you see it's worst just out around Oswego, around Naperville, Aurora, Sugar Grove areas, Montgomery. So that's where we're seeing some of that dense fog right now. But overall, it is a very quiet start to our day. Not so tranquil out on the West Coast, where they are getting inundated with more rain and heavy snow into the Sierra. So these are flood watches that are in effect for almost the entire coast of California. No alerts for us here. 25 degrees right now at O'Hare. Feels like it's about 19. Currently, it is 27 in Gary, 25 in Elmhurst, 27 is that temperature right now in Rosemont. Roz, any major troubles out there?
Well, we've got a few minor troubles, but traffic continues to build. We've got a new UP delay. This is on the UP Northwest line. Train 616 is running almost 20 minutes behind schedule because of some signal problems, so we'll let you know if any other trains are affected. Your average travel time right now is going to be about 35 minutes heading in between the tri-state and downtown, but we've got a new crash inbound in the Dan Ryan and the locals at 63rd. Here's the snapshot from the IDOT website. So they've got a lot of folks hanging around there trying to assist that vehicle. We also are keeping a close eye on the suburbs because we've got a new suburban crash. This is in Westmont at 63rd and Cass, and that traffic on 63rd Street is very slow right now. We'll have another look in about 10-15 minutes. Val and Terrell.
All right, Roz, thank you. Well, a final Sunday sermon yesterday for longtime Chicago pastor James Meeks. Meeks is stepping away from the beloved church on the south side that he founded nearly 40 years ago. Congregants packed Pullman's House of Hope to hear the words of the only pastor the church has ever known.
I married you all. I've blessed your babies. I've been to your kids' graduations. I've been at the cemetery to bury your loved ones. We've done life together.
Yes, he has. Mayor Lori Lightfoot was among the many dignitaries attending Meeks' final service. Congregants paying tribute to the man who combined religion with politics throughout his tenure. Meeks ran for mayor twice and served as a state senator from 2003 to 2013. Happening today, the city of Aurora begins its free Christmas tree pickup program. If you live in Aurora, you can leave your real tree out with your trash. It will be picked up for free during weekly trash and recycling collection today through January 20th. And starting tomorrow, you'll be able to pick up free mulch at 6 different locations in Chicago. It's coming from the thousands of Christmas trees Chicagoans are expected to drop off during the city's annual recycling program. That program started over the weekend and runs through Saturday, January 21st. And there's a complete list of locations on our website and our news app. Well, still to stream this morning, ABC7's Great Chicago Blood Drive is just a few days away. Ahead, we hear from one family about the importance of blood donations.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
There is a real need for blood donations right now. The month of December was tough for donations. Events were often delayed because of freezing temperatures and winter weather. Fewer units were collected, leaving stock low, and your blood donations could save someone like Jill Roble. Roble suffered severe complications while treating cancer a few years back and needed blood transfusions to help her recover. She says she knows how important donations are through firsthand experience.
Life is precious. Things can happen in a moment's notice, and you are really reliant on the good fortune of other people's efforts to be able to move forward with your life.
Now Roble gets to spend time with her family and live a full life thanks to the generosity of those who gave.
All right, and if you'd like to help, our two-day Great Chicago Blood Drive is scheduled for this Wednesday and this Thursday.
Yep, there are 7 locations across the Chicago area where you can donate. All the information is available on our website. You can also find it on our news app.
All right, 10 minutes of your time and cookies afterwards.
Ooh, snacks. We're going to link it with everybody that's watching Good Morning America right now.
Tanya Babbage will have a news update on TV in just a bit. You'll see it here as well.
And when we come back, we'll introduce you to a Chicago family that has something to dance about. It's back on a Monday. More after this.
Now, an update from ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning at 7:23. I'm Tanya Babbage. Right now, thousands of CPS students are returning to class after winter break. The district is recommending students take a rapid COVID-19 test at home before they come back. District officials are also encouraging students to wear masks to prevent the spread of upper respiratory infections. CPS says students who are feeling sick should stay home. Cases of COVID in Chicago and Cook County are predicted to move into the high-risk level soon. Let's get a check of our ABC 7 AccuWeather forecast. Here's meteorologist Tracy Butler.
Hi there, Tanya, and good morning to you. 25 degrees, the number out at O'Hare. That's our low so far today. Average low this time of the year is down around 18, 19 degrees, so we are above that, but a little bit of a breeze out there makes it feel like it's 18 and 19 degrees. So that's where our wind chills are at this very moment. Feels like it's 13 right now in Morris. 15 is your wind chill right now in Zion. Today, those high temperatures up around 40 degrees, but at least today, we are going to get the opportunity to see some sun. You will see Roz coming up after this break.
Now's the time for a healthy start. So let's move. Let's rest and recharge. And put our health first. Let's be well. To do that, let's eat well. Breathe deep. Find joy in the little moments. And do what we love with who we love. Together, let's live well. Advocate Aurora Health.
Welcome back, everybody. We're looking at average travel times 30 to 40 minutes now on the interior expressways, and we've got a new crash. It's outbound on the Eisenhower at Racine. We've got IDOT and State Police headed to that crash. They are clearing the crash on the inbound Ryan in the locals at 63rd. Here's the snapshot so you can see they've got the tow truck on site there trying to get that thing out of there. Other than that, we've got a few things happening. This is new, a crash in Downers Grove at Butterfield and Finley. That intersection is getting pretty slow. You can particularly see the traffic heading westbound is going to be your main delay there.
All right, bottom of the hour, pretty picture. Sunshine.
In the forecast.
Yeah, we'll take it. Looking good. More on that with Tracy in a little bit. First, though, here is something to dance about.
This morning, we are featuring one of your dancing videos.
Yep, and here we have Anitra LeBranche and other family members. Check this out. Man, they getting it.
The Cup It Challenge.
Yes.
I don't think it's going anywhere anytime
No, I don't
soon.
think
Everybody
so.
did it over the holidays,
Okay,
I believe. Yeah,
yeah.
most families, I feel like.
Yep,
Oh.
looking good, too.
Mama there in the red sweatshirt got a little extra.
You know what I'm saying? A little something.
I like it. Anitra said they're dancing for their late grandmother. We are told this is a family tradition where they gather at their grandmother's house. And they're not only dancing during the holidays, they dance to celebrate each other every day and during our family members' birthdays. She believes dancing is their history and it's their culture and their workout and joy. I love it.
They really are into
Right.
it, too. It's looking good. All right, we want to see more of your videos. Grab the phone, scan that QR code right there on the screen.
Then upload your video. Make sure the music is playing in the background. We also have everything else you need to know there. If your video is chosen, you're going to see it right here during our morning show. Keep dancing, everybody.
Yep, we
All
love
right,
it.
coming up this morning, we are going back 100 years, looking at the top predictions for 2023 from newspaper articles after another check of weather and traffic.
And taking a look at the top stories of the morning, it's Inauguration Day in Springfield, a second term for Governor Pritzker.
Plus, concerns about COVID as CPS students return from the break.
You're watching ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 7. Streaming live now.
Let's take a quick look at some of the stories that we're going to be watching for you today. Governor J.B. Pritzker is set to take the oath of office for a second time. He will be sworn in during a ceremony in Springfield later this morning. ABC 7 political reporter Craig Wall is there. Look for his reports later today, both on air and online.
CPS students return to class today after winter break. Officials are recommending that students take a rapid COVID-19 test at home before they come back. They also encourage everyone to wear a mask in school. There are concerns about rising COVID cases after the holidays.
President Biden is expected to have a busy day in Mexico today. He's meeting with presidents of Canada and Mexico for a North American Leaders Summit. Immigration is expected to be a hot topic. Over the weekend, Biden stopped by the nation's southwest border. This comes as the El Paso port of entry deals with the surge of migrants. Good morning to you, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Val Warner.
And I'm Terrell Brown over on the couch this morning. Let's go outside, see how things are looking. Not bad picture-wise. I just wish the temperature. I mean, it's cold out there this morning, Tracy.
You know what? It really is. And we have some foggy concerns out toward, as you can see, Oswego. But if you're around Sugar Grove, Montgomery, Aurora, up toward Geneva, watch for this fog. And the fact that we have these temperatures that are well below freezing, that can actually cause some icy spots. So something to be mindful of if you're in a foggy area this morning. 23 right now in Waukegan, 27 in Gary, 24 right now in Joliet, and 21 degrees out in Aurora. Then you factor in what's relatively a light breeze. We have wind chills this morning that are in the teens. So it is kind of a cold start to our day. Our highs today up around 40. Roz?
We've got travel times that are pretty high because everybody's back in school now. So we've got more volume out there on the expressways. It's 35 to 45 minute average between the tri-state and downtown. Now, we've got a new crash. This just happened inbound on the Eisenhower at Harlem. So we're going to start to see some significant delays at the west end of the inbound Ike. We also had this crash. We've been talking about it for a minute, southbound on I-55 at Cass Avenue. It is still there. Southbound delay, not horrible, but now we've got this long northbound Gapers delay that starts all the way back at 355. So you're going to need a little extra time in a couple of spots this morning. Val and Terrell, back to you.
All righty, Roz, come on over now to what we are talking about this morning.
Yeah, do you have the kind of name that makes other people think about romance? Maybe think it's sexy? A new study reveals the sexiest names in the English language.
This is from researchers with the sex toy brand Love Honey. They analyzed the names of characters in top romance movies and novels. For men, Jack is the hottest name. That's followed by Nick, Ben, and James, which tied for second place. Peter and Joe came in third.
I didn't realize who this study was from, and I guess I shouldn't even go back to that, but...
Yeah, it does kind of make a difference.
Yeah, right? So I'm not on that list.
No, Terrell's not on that list, but let me tell you what's for women. Mary is the most romantic name. Rachel, Kate, Julia and Eva came in second. Susan, Sophie, Mia, Julie, Bella, and Anna all tied for third. Now, the women's list I could see more so than the men's list.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, because I don't know. Jack, Nick, Ben, James, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe those are sexy. Peter, Joe. Yeah, but the ladies' list.
Well,
what do you guys think?
I'm confused.
Yeah?
What?
These are supposed to be sexy names.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Not sexy to you, huh, Russ?
Not sexy to me.
Whatever.
Tracy.
I had this means nothing to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we had to think of a name that's not on that list that we would consider sexy, I was thinking, actually, Julia, in my mind was thinking Juliana. Oh, Juliana. Pretty, not sexy though.
Right.
I don't know. I don't really even think of names.
I know what name is sexy.
Uh-oh.
Trixie.
Right.
Trixie is a very sexy name.
Yeah.
Oh,
She would agree with you.
Trixie is a name.
Definitely agree.
Thank you. It just came to me. I was like trying to struggle with a sexy name. Nikki is a sexy name.
As in?
Nikki.
Oh, Nikki. I thought you said Mickey. I'm like,
No.
Mickey.
Mickey?
Right. I'm
No.
like, yeah,
Mickey's not sexy. All right, let's move on to something else. What do you think it'll be like a century from now in the year 2123? Will we finally have flying cars, or maybe we'll be ruled by robots?
Well, Now we're going to go back in time, like 100 years from now, 1923. Someone went through old newspaper articles from 1923 to see what experts were predicting back then for now, 2023, and some of them have come true. For example, constant airline traffic.
Okay.
Yeah, America's population topping 300 million people, also check. Being able to talk to someone in real time through your wristwatch.
That happens.
Yes, check.
Wow.
The ones that have not happened, topping the list, people will work a max of 4 hours a day. We're close. Well, some people. Well, I mean,
4 hours
right
a
now.
day?
People will work a max of, no, we are
Well,
working a max
I'm
of
sorry,
8 hours.
4 days a week. I'm sorry. I got
Oh,
those mixed up.
you were thinking 4 days a week. I was like, wait,
a minute.
what?
4 hours a day.
Yeah, no.
4 hours a day.
No,
I
he
know
was saying 4
Maybe they
days
meant
a week.
14 hours a
The
day.
day, exactly. I know some people who work only 4 hours a day and
Right.
complain about that.
Right.
The headline for that one was no more hard work. Here are some more predictions. No ugly people.
So in 1923, we said by 2023 there would be no more ugly people. How do you phase out ugly people?
Oh, you don't want to go there.
Yeah, right. Beauty.
Okay.
They thought beauty pageants would become obsolete.
Wait, have
because-
we had one in a while?
Wasn't
Not
there
on
a Miss
network.
World
Yeah.
recently?
Was there?
I think so.
But I feel like
They've
were
kind of
more
phased.
frequent
Yeah.
than they used to
true.
be. So maybe we're just not
Onto
there yet, but
something.
it's coming to an end.
Yeah, that everybody would be so beautiful that it would be impossible to choose
Right.
a winner, right?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Okay, women will paint their teeth black to be fashionable.
What's up with that?
I feel like that's some sort of trend. We're putting it out there now. Somebody's going to try it. Instead, a lot of people whiten their teeth now. Gasoline will be replaced by radio waves. No. So powering your car by blasting your radio waves somehow.
Not quite there yet.
Okay.
All right. Average life expectancy would be 100 years old.
Oh, I hope so.
Right. Another expert said by now it'd be 300 years old.
300? Can you
I don't know if
imagine living?
No,
that's too
sometimes
long.
you're like, you know what? That's too old.
Yeah, 100 is good.
Yeah.
Centenarian?
That's not bad.
Yeah.
The average in the U.S. back then was just 57 years old. It's now just around 76 years old.
Oh, wow.
The oldest living person is set to turn 119 next month, by the way.
Well, we did that story last week where the oldest
that's
living person just
right.
passed.
Yep.
So they're wrong on that one.
Yeah. They predicted that flying from Chicago to Germany would take 18 hours.
How long does it take?
I think
7
now
or 8?
now it's half
Yeah,
that.
okay.
It's around nine and a half or so.
Okay.
Yeah. So ahead of the game on that one.
Right.
Cancer will be eradicated.
I'm waiting for that.
Right?
We can only hope. We
Yeah.
can only hope.
But making progress though.
Yeah, homes won't have kitchens anymore.
know what that's about.
That one basically said that we'd have ways to make food using chemical formulas and wouldn't need to cook. We do have Uber Eats and DoorDash though. Telepathy will exist, and that one said that we'd even be able to speak telepathically with babies.
Okay.
Kidney cozies? Yeah, like beer cozies, but to keep your internal organs warm. Isn't that just a coat? What do
Yeah, I don't know what those. I don't know what they were thinking back then. Yeah. 100 years ago.
Yeah,
so.
this was 100 years ago.
Right. I get the telepathy thing though, because I can look at Tracy and have a conversation, and
Without
no
words.
words are spoken.
But she's making that face. That must be Trixie.
Right. Exactly.
You know, some people you can just do that with.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's a pretty good list. We're actually doing all right.
Yeah.
Some things it seems like we're taking a few steps back, but
Other
for the
things
most part,
we're taking, yeah.
So the new year is a great time to reboot. BuzzFeed article is asking which cultural trends should continue into 2023, which ones should be left back in 2022.
Yeah, okay, here are the ones that they picked and how people voted. Charcuterie boards, 77% of people said they should continue on. I agree. I love.
They better stay on because I just bought this really cool one. I use it.
I think the more
Yeah, they're
creative
cool.
you get, the better.
Yeah.
They didn't ask about butter boards.
But I
which-
love those.
Did you ever have
I
one?
did, yeah.
In
I didn't use.
2022? We talked about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, that was a new fad there. Parting your hair on the side. They're saying that should be left in 2022. I disagree.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah, what's wrong with parting your
Suits
hair
you.
on the side? Okay, Roz and I are going to have a problem with this. They're saying that you should leave Crocs behind in 2022.
Oh, that ain't happening.
No. In fact, more Crocs for 2023.
Right on.
It looks like, oh my goodness.
The rebirth of real?
The rebirth of real.
The rebirth is real. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah,
Well, 52% say they want them to stay. Oh, maybe it's an expression. They want that expression to say?
No,
Okay,
I thought the rebirth of Crocs is real.
Oh, that was still in the Crocs conversation. Thank you for the clarification. Pumpkin spice stuff. 49% said they are not ready to give up pumpkin spice. I'm not.
Some of it's good.
I like the pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Some of it's over.
You're over it.
Right, I'm done.
When they say, oh, it's August and it's 92 degrees out, but pumpkin spice is out.
here. Oh, come on, give me a break.
You're not thinking pumpkin spice then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Autoplay when streaming, 46% said it's worth keeping that around. The term bougie, 45% are fine with keeping it. What's wrong with bougie? How do you describe bougie people if you can't call them bougie?
Right. You need to think of a different word.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just overusing the term bougie.
Maybe, that's true too. There was a big drop off after that though. Gender reveal parties, only 29% of people want them to stay.
I don't know why people don't like gender reveal parties.
Well, I mean, do them, just don't burn down an entire forest in the process.
Exactly. If it's over the top.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, I wish they were around when I was having kids. I think they're so fun. I think they're so fun. But anyway, I am in the minority there. Classic
movie remakes, only 22%. Because we see so many of them all the time.
And the remakes fail. So
Yeah,
that's why
do.
I think
And
they
don't
should
do
stop.
them well. Yeah. All right. Well, we got a lot in this morning.
We sure did.
Live and local news streaming out loud. We'll take a quick break. We're back with more in 90 seconds.
Good morning. Starting with a look at the temperatures, but I do want to make mention of the fact that we do have some patchy dense fog around the area, especially out around Aurora. So if you're out that direction, watch for this fog. This can also result in some slippery spots, some icy conditions, especially on any surfaces that have not been treated. So it's 21 right now in Aurora, 23 degrees in Waukegan, 25 degrees in Valparaiso, and 23 right now in Kankakee. Then you throw in a little bit of a breeze, and we do have some wind chills that are setting us back in the teens. 14 is the way it feels in Ottawa and in Morris right now, 15 in Bradley, 15 right now in Zion. Roz?
We are looking at travel times that are pretty much on the high side, but we also have a metro delay. The Rock Island trains are stopped in both directions because inbound train 302 struck a vehicle near the 115th station. So we're going to be dealing with that for a while. The travel times 45 minutes, so we've got a rush hour on our hands. We still have this crash inbound on the Ike at Harlem. You can see the delays there are solid all the way back to Mannheim. And then southbound 55, the crash past Cass, still causing delays in both directions, although now the northbound Gapers delay is much worse. It's backed up as far as Weber Road. Val and Terrell.
All right, Roz, thank you. Well, Girl Scouts across America are getting ready to kick off 2023 cookie sales.
Yep, and Roz helped to welcome the Girl Scouts of Greater Chicago and Northwest Indiana to a cookie rally yesterday at the Allstate Arena, and she's back with us this morning to talk about the preps that are going on for this year's cookie program. This looks awesome, Roz.
Yeah, did you notice I'm able to fit into my sash from like sixth grade?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Is that your sash? My mom saved everything.
Oh, wow.
But the whole idea of having this cookie rally, and thank you to Girl Scouts of Greater Chicago and Northwest Indiana and the Chicago Wolves who let the kids come out there and skate on the ice at the Allstate Arena. The whole idea is to really get everybody motivated and get these girls, pumped up to reach their goals. Because the money that they make from cookie sales goes to so many things. It can go to service projects that the girls want to do. It can go on trips that the girls want to take. It can go toward achieving their bronze, silver, and gold awards, which sometimes it costs money to get supplies and materials to do that, whatever they decide those are going to be. It can go to so many things. It teaches entrepreneurial tactics. There's just so many good things about Girl Scout cookies. Plus, they taste good.
Taste good. Yeah. Oh, man. Awesome. When do they start selling them?
They are selling them.
Right now?
They started in January.
Okay.
And in fact, I forgot to bring it in. I've got a whole big box of cookies back in my traffic office.
The shortbread ones?
I think there's some of those in there.
Ooh, some Thin Mints.
There's Thin Mints in there.
I think that's like the number one seller, right?
Yeah,
Thin Mints?
Yes, it is. It's good.
All right, we're getting hungry. We'll take a quick break. We're going to eat. We'll see you in 90
I'll bring them
seconds.
over.
Hey, Merle the Pearl.
Well, some folks like to call me that.
So Adam Rich, the actor who played the youngest family member on the show 8 is Enough, has died. His family reportedly told media outlets that he died at his home in Los Angeles Saturday. Rich rose to fame in the 70s and 80s as a child, playing the youngest Bradford family member, Nicholas, on the TV drama. He was also on several TV shows and a number of TV movies in the 80s, including Chips, Fantasy Island, and Small Wonder. Rich was 54 years old. Young.
So young.
Very young. Wow.
Megan, turn off.
I thought we were having a conversation.
Oh, Richard Roper talked about this on Friday. First weekend of 2023, and the first box office hit of the year is Megan. It pulled in a better than expected $30 million this past weekend. According to reports, this is thanks to its viral buzz and solid reviews. So this is like a super scary movie about dolls. Well, she's a doll.
Yeah. Was that a save or a spend?
It was a big spin, Richard
Whoa,
said. Richard gave it a big spin,
All
yeah.
right, check
And
it out.
Avatar, The Way of Water, is still on top of the box office, making more than $1.5 billion worldwide.
Looks awesome. James Cameron's sci-fi spectacle has now surpassed $500 million domestically and $1.7 billion globally. Disney owns Avatar, the franchise, and is also the parent company of ABC7.
Only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow.
Rapper 50 Cent says a TV adaptation of Eminem's 8 Mile is in the works. 50 dropped the news in an interview with Big Boy TV. It'll be a modern retelling of Eminem's semi-autobiographical hit film, which won him an Oscar 20 years ago for Best Original Song with Lose Yourself.
And you know what? 50 Cent was going to be the one who can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, well, he's been so successful with all of his series and whatnot on Starz, so wow, that'll be interesting. Okay, Eminem, we are back with more news in 90 seconds.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
Should not have given us cookies.
Right?
I'm like,
Okay,
what's
we're going to get to these in a second, but right now the National Clean Off Your Desk Day, which is today. This day is an opportunity to begin your new year with a clean and organized workspace.
So whether your desk is in a private or shared office, cubicle, home, or makeshift desk on a counter, having your workspace uncluttered and organized can help you work more efficiently. A clean workspace improves productivity and inspires us too. It often gives us a sense of serenity. This is my office. This looks messy to me.
Oh my
messy?
gosh.
Oh, look at that. Stuff on the floor. I mean,
what mess?
Yeah, you don't have any mess.
yeah.
You just have a few little things. That's nice. Like you can see one whole section of your desk.
Fair. All right,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
All right, looking good. Okay, this is mine. Now this is a mess. Look, I
Actually,
sweater, disheveled.
not true. Yours looks good too.
Well, there's 2 cans of beans on the side, a thing of deodorant, a Diet Coke, some B12s, a journal. I mean, like, what is that? What's all that stuff?
What you gonna do with those beans?
You know what? Somebody sent them to me, and I just never took them home. Actually, you know what? They're vegan beans.
Oh, they're crack them open right now.
Peter sent them to me.
I'm not even going to ask why.
Yeah, no, just random. Yeah, so that's a lot going on that desk.
Good.
Yeah.
Tracy and Roz's desk. Okay, Roz's desk.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
That's also really neat.
You know, the thing about my desk, it's in a time warp. I haven't done anything with it since March of 2020. The calendar is from March of 2020.
That's right.
Yeah.
Still looks really good in there.
It really does. It looks homey.
Yeah.
It's full of things, but at least it's clean.
Yeah. And
Okay.
The Tracy?
The thing is I share my desk with 5 other people.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard for me to tidy when some of the things
aren't yours.
Mine, but quite a few are.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a
So what's the
bad
ratio
rat.
here? What's the honest ratio?
Probably 95 to 5. Me
Well-
having 95. No, just kidding.
Well, what do you do when your other office mates are messy and you have to, share that space? Then how do you? Is that touching a sore spot? I'll leave that.
Well, no, because I'm the messy one.
Get rid of Phil.
How did that?
Oh man.
All right. So, Roz, you were
She
saying
cleaned
that
off her
it's-
desk.
Yeah, it's time for us. We're out of time. But it's time for us to start supporting Girl Scout and Vine
Yes,
Stick cookies.
yes.
And you brought all these for us?
I brought them all for you.
Oh my
because
goodness.
I support Girl Scouts. Big
Those
time.
are those. Oh,
Lemon Ups.
Thin Mints. Oh
Trefoils.
my God.
Gotta say goodbye.
Trefoils are my favorite too. Bye, you guys. We'll see you
Bye.
tomorrow.
Oh, these look so good.
Now, an update from ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It's 7:56. I'm Tanya Babich. Chicago police are looking for whoever burglarized a clothing store on the city's west side. This happened shortly after 1 o'clock this morning at a Patagonia in the 1100 block of West Fulton Market. The thief or thieves broke a window and stole several coats and other pieces of merchandise. Stay with us. We're going to check on weather and traffic up next.
Well, good morning to you, and look at that. That's the sun reflecting off the water, and we have some blue sky over Chicago this morning. Now, out to the west, we're starting to see some improvement with some of the fog that we have had this morning. But right now, 25 at O'Hare, 26 degrees at Midway, 27 Gary, 21 in Aurora, 21 degrees right now in Woodstock. Some of these wind chills do make it feel awfully cold out there, and they are back in the teens. But today, we will have a mix of clouds and sun, and those high temperatures today up around 40 degrees. Roz?
Well, we've got a big problem on the Rock Island a little earlier, and they just tweeted this out. Train number 302 struck a vehicle at 115th Street. So it was on the mainline branch. So they are going to be using the Beverly branch, but they're saying all inbound and outbound trains on the Rock Island up to a half hour behind schedule. Travel times anywhere from 40 to 55 minutes. It's pretty slow out there. We still have the situation in Gurnee, northbound 41 closed at Stern School Road, ongoing investigation from a bad crash. And in Waukegan, Grand Avenue west of Sheridan, a crash.